Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. Take a look at where we're at. This is the inside of one of our towers. And this tower is gonna be pretty big. I don't want to show you everything, but it's gonna be pretty big. Now I have the schematic right here. We're gonna do this tower with the schematic cannon, and yeah, I'm gonna need quite a few resources to do this thing. Now I'm not gonna quite show it off just yet, so yeah, let's get rid of that. But that's gonna be for later in the episode. First, we got some things to do with the colony, and we got some things to do with the factory. I mean, it's been a long time since we've been in the colony. The past few episodes, we've just been in that dark old factory over there, just working away, building modules. So it's definitely a relief to get out and, well, see the sky again. Now, last time we worked on the colony, we built all these walls, and I'm still missing a big old gap over on this side here. So, yeah, if we can get the towers going, maybe I could close off that gap today. At least that's the plan. Now, what I want to do over here is start with the guard towers. When I was doing the walls, I said I was going to get the guard towers done, but I just ran out of time. So I'm probably going to start somewhere over here and start dotting all the guard towers, probably about every 2 chunks. I don't know, I think 2 to 4 chunks along this wall on the inside and just all the way around. So the plan is to just cover up this entire place with guard towers. So hopefully the next raid we are safe. Now, in between episodes, we've been working on some level 4 houses. It's been the houses that are underneath the docks area. So, I mean, I can't really do a time lapse on those because they're underground. But since we got those houses up to level 4, we've had more room for children to get born. So let's take a look here. Ooh, we still have three children left. So, and pretty much everything has been employed. So that means all 3 of those kids are just going to go straight to guard towers and barracks. Now, the nice thing when a guard takes a slot in a guard tower or the barracks is they free up a bed space in one of the houses. So let's take this Knight Gwyn B. Clavel. His house is right here. He doesn't actually have a house. So that opens up another slot in the houses for another child to be born, which means as long as we have an excess of people in the colony, they're going to keep taking guard slots, and whenever they're available, that means we'll always have room for more guards. So that's the plan, and I think, well, there's not much else to it. Let's just get to it. Well, while we wait for the guard towers to get built, we're moving on to the next project in the factory. So the next module here is going to be making use of our nether rack. Now, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, our nether rack is actually completely full. So Cinderflower got made into nether rack. We went over this last episode, and yeah, after a few hours, it finally filled both of them up. So now we're going to be able to make use of the nether rack, and this next module here is just going to cook the nether rack, and once we cook the nether rack, we're going to get nether bricks, and then from the nether bricks, we're going to turn them into nether bricks? Nether brick. Nether brick. Huh. I just realized that after all these years that nether brick has the same name as nether brick. Interesting. But anyway, we're going to make both of those. So all we got to do is blast the netherrack to make the bricks. Then we can pack it with the smasher and get the regular brick blocks. Easy enough? I think so. Now we're doing this because I actually need nether brick for the towers that I'm going to be doing outside. So the 2 towers that are going to be outside of our castle actually takes a little bit of the nether brick. So yeah, that's kind of why we're doing it. Plus I would like to incorporate it elsewhere in our builds, but yeah. So here we go. Okie dokie, I'm thinking something like this. Ignore the netherrack, I'm just using it for scaffolding for now. This might be way too much storage for the bricks that we need, but oh well, I don't care, whatever. Let's do basins right about here. So those will put material in there, and then they should drop down into storage. Got ourselves a belt here. Okay. Smashers go on top, of course. Oh. Okay, we got a little bit going on here. So, alright. Alright. Okay, so the idea is to drop everything down up top up here, and then it gets blown over and cooked and sit into that item vault, and then drop down here and then compacted into the blocks over here and drop down. Okay, I think that should all work. Now, one problem is I can't extend this item vault out 4 blocks. So I need 1 block for a gearbox. Well, so I need 1 block for a chain drive, 1 block for the fan, and 1 block for the lava, and then the item should drop down up here. I didn't want to do this with a belt, just because belts take forever, so I think there's no way around it. I'm just going to have to make this item vault much bigger, which is fine. Just going to store a lot of netherrack, but oh well. I could always set the threshold to be super low on this thing. Okay, I think I got something here. Alrighty, so in case you didn't know, you can actually suck air in and still cook things as long as you put the lava on the opposite side. And yeah, that way we can still do this, compact it a little bit. Let's see, netherrack comes in up here, goes up here, drops down, gets cooked, waits over here, goes into this item vault. And then from that item vault, it drops down right here. And then it goes into all of these brass chutes, which then deposit it into here, which gets smashed and dropped into storage. Okay, I think all that is done and it should be working. Now we just need to get some netherrack to it. Okay, I think everything should be working now. Okay, netherrack is coming from our netherrack machine. Going here, coming up, getting dropped off right here. Okay, that's all good. Getting cooked over here, then brought into this vault, which then drops it down. Once it's done being cooked, it gets picked up by each one of these brass funnels. Yep, there we go. And brass funnels will put it into the basin. Basin smashes it, and then it poops it right on out. Okay, that's working. Now, the redstone to this thing, the wireless links to shut off each of these modules got a little complicated. So what we got here, so we've got a code here, so that's brick for brick. That's set on that funnel, so once that turns on, that should shut that off. I've got that observing this item vault here, so brick for brick. Now that's also going to send a redstone signal underneath it and turn off that clutch, which turns off the fan. So when this item vault is full, both the fan and this funnel get shut off. So that is all good. Now, once the item vault down here is full, this threshold switch should shut off this clutch right here, which shuts off all the smashers. That way we have kind of like 2 individual systems working here. Oh, look at that. That already turned on. Okay. And that stopped. I mean, yeah, a little bit of waste. That's a lot of waste. That is a lot of waste. Shoot. I think I need to keep the fan going at all times. Yeah, the fan's got to keep going. 'Cause that's a lot of waste. All I need to do is come over here and get rid of that redstone. There we go. Now the fan should be running again. And it should still be cooking. So that way this item vault will keep filling up. So, yeah, you know what? That works better. The fan should still shut off when the entire machine shuts off. So that's, you know, at least it's not running all the time. Okay, yeah, I can live with that. Hey, look at that. We're already at 1%. Awesome. Okay, that is working all fine. Okay, happy with that. We should be getting some nether brick coming in. Ooh, 2%. I need to go over here and set our recall board. Oh, I'm actually missing a few things that we've already made. Blackstone doesn't have a button. What else did I make? Oh, I made nether rack, and then I need to put nether brick up here. Make sure that I can recall everything back to my storage system. Okay, buttons have been deployed, and they are all working. Perfect. Alrighty. So I brought my mining machine out here to the nether, and I've been just digging and digging and digging. And all this netherrack I've actually been saving. Yeah, every time I run the mining machine out into the nether, I save all the netherrack. Let's put that there. And, ooh, jeez. Yeah, we got quite a bit. So, got my backpack set to pick up all the netherrack. Just gonna grab whatever I can. And coming back over here, what I'm doing is I'm just inputting netherrack into the system. As you can see, our nether brick is going up, but it's ever so slow. I mean, look at that. Oops. The smashers aren't even, or hardly running right now. So that's not good. Cinder flowers is starting to drain a little bit. And, you know, the only unfortunate thing is it takes so long to create netherrack. I don't want to sit here for 27,000 hours. So I've just been inputting it into the system manually. I set up another funnel right here, and then I just get my backpack. I've got a smart chute right there set for netherrack. And I just put my backpack right here, and it starts pooping it out and getting sucked up into this module here. So yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing. And yeah, it just works like normal over here. So just speeds up the process a little bit to get these 3 bins a little fuller. However, for the rest of the systems that we're going to build, like with the cinder flower, it's going to be used in a lot of potion recipes. So I don't think it'll be a problem in the future, just because how quick cinder flower is used. Nether brick and nether rack isn't really used in any other recipes that we're going to be using in the factory. So those will be fine. It's more for my personal use around the castle and whatnot. Well, it's been a good while since we checked on the colony, and as we can see here, we've got a lot of stuff done. Okay, so checking around, what do we got? Ooh, lots of level 4 guard towers built. Got a couple there, another couple here. Going down the line here, we've got 3 more. And then we also went around and started getting some of the ones in the middle of town up to level 4 as well. Even the one that's underneath here. This one went up to level 4. Oh, looks like I missed one. That one needs to get up to level 4. And let's see, we got this one up to level 4. Oh, I missed the second one here. Okay. And got this one up. Okay, it's looking pretty good. So I have noticed a lot of guards been roaming around now. So a lot of kids have been born and grown up and taken guard slots. So that is good. Well, I think it is finally time to start taking a crack at these 2 towers here. So these things are going to be kind of following the same style as the ones that are in there with the green and the red. I'll do the same thing over here. I'll have this tower as probably red and this tower as green. So, okay. These towers are going to have another purpose that we're going to go over at a later time, but yeah, let's get them built up. Now, this is kind of like a transitionary spot between the colony and my base. So I guess it could go either way. I could have made a scan of this and had the colony build it, but there's like a lot of exotic materials at the colony. I'm not going to expect the colony to get. So the biggest thing being like the crimson wood and stuff like that. So we'll just do it with our trusty schematic cannon. Okie dokie, I've got the first schematic in. It's going to fire over there. Let's see what we need. Okay, a lot of stuff. Ooh. A lot of stuff here. Oh boy. Okay. Ooh, polished basalt. Ooh, man. Okay. That's a lot of stuff. And I pretty much need to double all of this stuff. Aside from like the crimson, I'll have to get the warp stuff instead. But the rest of the stuff, I'm going to have to double it up so that way I can do the other tower over there. So both towers should look exactly the same. Just the warped and the crimson will be different. Okay, I've got a lot of materials to gather, so let's get gathering. Okie dokie, that's a lot of stuff. I've got all of these chests completely full. Holy cow, I even had to put a couple hoppers in here just to feed in some extra stuff that we need. I think we're going to start with the green pillar that's going to go over here first. Okay, all that's good. Let's check our material. Material looks good. Okay. Yeah, let's fire away. Holy cow, this thing ran out of gunpowder. I can't believe it. We had a lot in there. Okay, time to restock. And one last soul sand. There we go. Okay, let's take a look at this thing. Oh, these towers. These towers are massive. I mean, look at our columns. We thought our columns looked big. But now look at these towers. Holy moly. Okay, so I designed these in a creative world and brought them over here using the schematic cannon, obviously. Now, usually the schematic cannon is pretty quick, but the scale of these towers actually really showed with how long it took to create. I'm actually quite proud of these towers. I mean, I think that they have a fair bit of detail. It looks pretty good. The only thing is the roof. I really struggle with roofs, so I'm still a little partial to that. But you know what? Overall, I'm pretty proud of it. Now, what I did with the blocks here is I was trying to slowly transition into the colony. So the colony's block palette is going to be like stone type of stuff and colors. And then obviously my castle area is going to be like the dark stuff, like the deep slate stuff. And then over here, this is going to be kind of like in between. So it's partially in my castle and partially in the colony. So that's why I went with kind of this stone and deep slate sort of palette. I don't know. I might change it in the future. I might just go all black with it. I'm not quite sure. But anyway, those are 2 monster towers done. Ooh, and a bonus. We also got our walls done over here. You probably saw that in the time lapse. The villagers were working on this. And yeah, it's looking pretty good. So real pleased with that. Let's see. Oh, and then there's a couple blocks floating up here that I need to get rid of. That was from when I did the scan. I forgot to remove those blocks when I scanned it in. But that's pretty easy. We also did some terraforming around the towers. You probably saw that in the time lapse. Hopefully it looks pretty natural. I think it does. As well as over here by the gate entrance, we've got some plans for some buildings around the gate. So stay tuned for that. Okay, this place is really coming together. I'm liking it. Now, taking a step back here a little bit, I've got this place looking pretty good. So I was trying to figure out why the colonists are still a little upset with the tower situation. Now, I don't know if it's because I don't have all the towers fully staffed up yet or what, but yeah, there's still some colonists upset about the fact that they don't have a guard tower near their home. So as you can see here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now that's quite a few guard towers. I probably have some room for a few more. Just looking at everything, I have a little bit of a blank space right here. I'm thinking we can put one there because we got a couple houses there without any guard towers real close. So hopefully that can help out. And I'm also thinking about putting a guard tower over here, but I don't want it to block my red tower. So I'm probably going to have to go with another one of those underground ones and put it underneath the tower and try to terraform it and look pretty good. We also have a big open area over here. I just don't quite know how I would put another guard tower here. Maybe up against the wall. I'm gonna have to think about that. Oh, scratch that. You know what? I forgot that we still have the combat academies, both the archer and the knight academies that we still have to put down. I completely forgot about those buildings. They've been sitting in a chest, so we actually haven't gotten all of our buildings out yet. So maybe I can put the combat academies out there somewhere, and hopefully that'll fill up the area. So that means we have the combat academies on the back side and we have our barracks on the front side. I'm thinking we're pretty secure with that. I mean, the whole perimeter's secure and the middles are secure. Yeah, that's quite a few guards going on. Now, just looking at this place, there's only 2 places. Well, by the time I'm completely done with the walls, I know I still have this area up here that I need to fill up, and that's going to have to come later once I figure out what I'm doing exactly with the outside of the castle. But once I get that filled in, there's only 2 places for the raiders to actually enter our colony, and that's going to be one from the sea coming in through here and up the ladders, and obviously one through the main gates in the backside. And yeah, they can I'm probably going to leave the gates open most of the time. Maybe I could put a day and night sensor on it so that way it closes at night. That's an option. Now, I did get a comment that if there's no way for the guards to get in, won't they just teleport? I don't actually know. I've built walls around my colonies before, never had a problem, but usually what they do is they break through the walls. So I believe they can break through cobblestone and stone and stuff like that, or they'll try to scaffold up with ladders. So every once in a while you'll see a ladder on like the outskirts of my town, and that's from the raiders. But yeah, we will figure that out in time. But for now, I think that's just about going to do it. I'm going to work on that guard tower over there by the Mystic site off camera, and probably the one under here. I got to figure out exactly how I'm going to do that. But yeah, we'll get those 2 figured out. And then next episode, hopefully we can do something with these towers. These towers do have a purpose. Yeah, let me show you, actually, before we call it an episode, let me show you the inside. Coming in here, we've got all of this blank space to deal with, and I'm thinking we can do something in here. So I've got plans, so stay tuned for the next episode and we'll get into those. But anyway, I do hope that you guys are enjoying this series so far. If you have, please leave a like and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching.